Did people eat mac and cheese in the 1770s?
Hi Joseph, thank you so much for your question. We actually get the question about mac and cheese quite a bit because it's such a fan favorite. And to answer your question, they have had mac and cheese or some variation of pasta with a cheese sauce for a very, very long time. The earliest written mac and cheese equivalent goes back to about the 13th century. And of course it's not tube pasta like elbow macaroni is today, but it is like a homemade strip sort of noodle pasta in a cheese sauce. And today the recipe that I'm going to share with you is by a lady named Elizabeth Raffald, and she was an English woman, and she published her cookbook, which is called The English Housekeeper, in the 1760s. So her recipe is as follows. To dress macaroni with Parmesan cheese, boil 4 ounces of macaroni till it be quite tender and lay it on a sieve to drain. Then put in a tossing pan with about a gill of good cream, a lump of butter rolled in flour, boil it 5 minutes, pour it on a plate, lay all over it Parmesan cheese toasted, send it to table on a water plate, for soon it goes cold. So to translate that into words that we can understand in the 21st century, Mrs. Raffald is talking about boiling the macaroni pasta in what would probably be a cast iron kettle like you see over here over our fire. And you could dry pasta, but oftentimes people would often make it from scratch the day that they're going to use it. You could buy tube pasta imported, so their tube pasta in the 18th century is usually a little bit straighter. It's not a tight elbow like modern macaroni is, but it gives you the same effect. And so once that is boiled, she would use a sieve like this one. This is a red clay dish that's glazed on the inside, and it has these little holes to drain away the water. And the next step, she says, put it in a tossing pan. So she's talking about either like a saucepan or like a deeper skillet. And that's where it would cook for 5 minutes with the lump of butter rolled in flour. So if you've ever had modern baked macaroni and cheese, usually it has a butter and flour sauce to start. Like you melt butter and you toast the flour in it, and then you pour some cream into that. And today we call that a roux from French cooking, but as you can see, the English had an equivalent of that. So once it is laid on the plate, you would toast it in the Dutch oven most likely. So it would go in a plate similar to this one, just without the holes, and it would be toasted in one of our Dutch ovens. We have a Dutch oven right here, and they had these in different sizes, so you could have a very large one if you needed. And it would be heated up by putting embers on the lid and underneath on the hearth. So once it's toasted, the part where she says, send it to table on a water plate for it soon goes cold. In the 18th century, they had something that was similar to a chafing dish that you could use to transport your dishes from a separate kitchen or a kitchen that was like far away from the dining room, like in a basement, and you could use that to keep things warm while it's on its way to the table, or keep it warm while it's sitting on a table, like a chafing dish does today. So I hope that answers your question, Joseph. Thank you so much.